I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. The air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. And we sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman, because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value. So, I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. This is the 515th episode of the Political Spotlight. I, of course, am your host, Kristopher H. Bilbrey. This is a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, August 31st. 2025. It is 9:05 p.m. Eastern. We are coming to you live on this Labor Day weekend. Can you believe it? It's Labor Day already. Holy crap, that means the pools are all closed tomorrow. The swimming holes are all shut down. Holy crap. Although as cold as it's been, I don't really know that many people have been swimming. I still believe we're going to have a heat wave. We're not done with the hot stuff just yet, but it definitely has been cool, and that's good. Welcome. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I'm assuming there's not going to be a whole lot of people here. We're not going to do a full show. I gave Kate the night off, so it's just me and you, just the two of us, just me and you. It's just me and all 1,000 of you that are currently watching live across the many platforms, YouTube, Rumble, X, Facebook, and then those that are listening in the audio-only format after the show airs on iTunes, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, Amazon Music, and on and on and on. You can find us literally everywhere. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're having a good holiday weekend. If you would, take your little fingers across the screen and tap that like button. Give us a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. Click that bell so you get notified when we drop shorts, when we post other content, when we post static content. You guys that watch me, you're going to have to get used to that static video because we've got a new show which will be dropping here in just, 27 days. In just about, let's see here exactly. I got the countdown right here. Yeah, we are officially 27 days away. 27 days away from the big new show drop. That's the Bilbrey and Clark show, which will be airing on Saturday, September 27th, 2025 at 3 p.m. That'll be the big first episode. We're getting a lot of people that are going to the Facebook page, and we've got a lot of people that are jumping on the Facebook page, but I need you out there to go to the YouTube page and to subscribe to the YouTube page. You simply go to YouTube, and in the search bar, you'll type in at Bilbrey Clark Show. That's all you got to type in, Bilbrey Clark Show, and it'll pop up. And then you'll do the same thing. You'll smash the like button there. Well, there won't be a like button until we do an episode, but you'll smash the subscribe button, click the bell, do all of that stuff. Maybe I'm going to post a video there here coming up soon so people can go there and comment on or whatever. Like a little snippet. Maybe we'll do the intro or something. I don't know. Yeah, so that's that. I gave Kate the night off, so I'm pushing all the buttons myself and doing all of that. We're not going to do... I was talking to one of the viewers earlier, one of you out there, one lucky viewer who I was talking to on the phone. And, oh, you know why I'm doing that? I got to fix that. Man, I got to fix that everywhere. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I must have slept a year. I might as well just kill the show and do it all over. God, I hate that. That is such a big disaster. I'll fix it when I'm done. That's what happens when I don't have Kate here. Kate would have caught that. No, I'll tell you, we'll get back to that in a second. It's 2025. Thank you, everybody. That is what happens when you've been looking at the budget all day. I've been looking at the budget all night and all day, all night and all day. So Rachel and I were actually going to jump on and do some recording last night, and I fell asleep. I fell asleep probably about 10:30, maybe 10:30. And so I was out, and then I woke up about 3:00 in the morning, and I saw that she had texted and said, "Hey, I'm ready to go. Let's rock and roll." We had an appointment to do some recording last night, but I slept straight through it. But then once I woke up, I couldn't get back to sleep, so I started looking at the budget, and I have been looking at the Muncie City proposed budget that we're going to be dealing with in this next week. And I've been looking at that all day. I've been going back and forth between the 2024 budget and the 2025 budget, the 2025 budget and the 2026 budget, going back to the 2023 budget, going back to the 2025 budget, back to the 2026 budget. I've had all three of my computers going. I've had them all pulled up, and I've been going through it and crunching the numbers. And I was talking to Charlize earlier, and I said, we're going to be on tonight. I'm going to do a show about the budget. And then I just completely realized I had not thought about it. Wait a minute. It's Labor Day weekend. Ain't nobody going to be watching the political spotlight live on Sunday when they're out there drinking and carrying on like hooligans somewhere, out there on the boat, in the boat, down at Dale Hollow or up in the lake region or whatever they're doing. Nobody's going to be here. So then I called an audible because I was like, it's Labor Day weekend. So I called Kate and I said, hey, take the night off. I got this. I'll do a little bit of show, tell everybody happy Labor Day. And then immediately got back to the budget. And then when my alarm went off at 7:45, I was like, okay, it's time to build the show. Went directly in to build the thumbnail, put Happy Labor Day 2026. And from there, we were rocking and rolling. Happy Labor Day 2026. So I guess I will get in there and fix all that. Man, I really hate it. I really, really, really hate it. Should I fix it or just leave it this way? I'll fix it. Whatever. Anyways, happy Labor Day 2025. I can't put the banner back up. It is what it is. Do you think everyone went to Burning Man? I should have went to Burning Man. That would have been fun. That would have been fun. Charlize says you can already tell Kate was off. That's true. Rachel said she was off the boat. I was like, what's Tweety Bird saying? I was going to get like real philosophical. I thought you meant like, man, I can't believe it's Labor Day already. I must have been asleep this year. And I was getting ready to go into like, yeah, I know what you mean. But now I realize that it's because I was an idiot. Yeah, see, I won't have to wish everybody a happy Labor Day next year. It's already been done. I'll pull this back out and redo it. So that's good. Well, this is what should just be happening this whole time. Or people laughing at how pathetic I am. Stop. Shut up already! Shut up! No! Man, that just kept going. Like it wouldn't stop. I actually like literally had to stop it. So yeah, we really don't have a show. I'm not doing anything because it's important things I've been finding in the budget. Here's what I didn't want to do. Well, yeah. You know, it brings me down to the humans every now and then. You know, it lets people know I really am kind of human every now and then, and I'm capable of making mistakes. No, but I've been going through with the budget, and what I've been seeing in the budget, I feel like it's important that we go through it. So, that's what I'm gonna do. Just 90 seconds of sound effects. That would be hilarious. No, so I'm going through this budget, and there are things that we need to talk about, but I didn't want to go through them tonight. And then I knew exactly what would happen. Like I could do it. We could do that show and then just assume that the people who aren't here because they're off doing Labor Day 2025 or 6, they could just watch it later. But that's not what will happen. What will happen is I will get on the show tomorrow, episode 516, and feel like I have to go over the budget again, which then would bore you people. And so I figured, screw it. I'll do the budget tomorrow, and that's what we'll do. So it's Sunday. Yeah, I know, but I still will feel like I need to do it tomorrow. This will give me more time I'll be able to finish it up. And so that's what'll happen there. I'll be able to get that taken care of, but because I'm not all the way through with it yet. So that will give me a chance to go all the way through it. Because there are some important things that we need to talk about. Now, we can highlight those. I will highlight these points. So obviously tonight's Sunday, if you're watching this live, and if you're watching this via the replay button in the future, hold on here. Hold on. Oh, I'll read that just in 1 second. Just for received a message from someone that I will read. But no, we tonight's Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday, which is the actual Labor Day, the holiday. And so City Hall, all government is closed down. Everything is shut down like that. And then Tuesday, everything goes back to work. Delaware County and Randolph County commissioners meeting will meet at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. The Grant County commissioners and Madison County will meet. Then on Wednesday, we'll have the Delaware County Council, like day-long budget hearings, budget meetings starting. And then at 9 a.m., we will have the Randolph County other kind of Randolph County meeting. I don't know what the hell it is. I've got it on my I can't see it that far. I need to go get my glasses checked. I'm deciding I'm going to do that. So it looks like, okay, Tuesday we've got Delaware County, Randolph County, and then there's another, I guess Randolph County Council will meet Wednesday the 3rd. Board of Works meets at 9. Muncie Sanitary District 11:30, and then the Muncie City Finance Committee meeting will start at 6 p.m. So we want to go over the budget. Tomorrow will be the day that we go over the budget. So tomorrow will be like a Sunday. We will go over the budget ahead of the meetings. Now, they have posted these meetings, but I'm not sure if they have actually posted what offices they will be talking about. I'm getting ready to look that up. I had not seen that. And I've got to say, every year that we've got to this part where we're doing the budget has always been sent to me by several council members, and I've always gotten it from several people at City Hall. This year, for whatever reason, they have really, really, really tried keeping the this budget like secret for some unknown reason. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why they're doing that, but to me, it's definitely concerning. Now, I don't see that the city has posted anywhere about these finance committee meetings. So at this point, I still don't know. I will have to send a message to Nora and to Sarah Gullion and to Dan Gibson because I normally have to send a message to like those three people. Like, I guess Nora won't really respond unless I send it to Dan. It's just a whole big convoluted thing. Dan's the the city council attorney. So I will send it to them, and hopefully I'll get a list of what the first day departments we'll be looking at is. But I'm going to be going over the things that I'm seeing in the budget. You guys can ask questions, and I just don't understand. With the budget being the most important thing that the city council does, the budget being the most important thing that comes out of the city each year, it shouldn't be so hard. It should not be so difficult for the people, the public, media, not the media, anybody, to get their hands on these documents. They are documents that belong to the people. So I've got a real big problem with Yes, no, we will have a meeting tomorrow. It's the holiday tomorrow, but I just count that as like a Sunday. So we will have it because we normally have a show on Sundays, and there will be a show tomorrow, and we will go over the budget. I'll put it up on the screen, let you guys see it, and there will be a budget meeting. Hopefully, a budget review. Hopefully, by then, I will have been able to squeeze out of somebody an order that the finance committee will review the budget in, because that's something that we should know. It should be posted. I mean, the city government goes back to work Tuesday, but technically by the time they post it to the meeting's already been called and it's already been noticed correctly, but they should have that stuff on the website so people can see it, because it it's almost like it's technically not enough time, in my opinion, but they skate because they've done what the law requires, which is just absolute bullcrap. So we will look at that. Each flock camera is costing us around $2,500 a piece. How can the police department afford it? Yeah, it'll be interesting to look and see, because I remember when they were first doing that, it was going to be like a test city, and how many we were going to have, how much it was going to cost. It'll be interesting to find out exactly how many of those we have and what it truly costs the city. I would like to put that against what it does for the city. Has it helped us in any amazing way? Has it not helped us? It'd be interesting to look at what's going on there. So that'll be that. Hey, I want to read this because this is kind of on my mind, and I hate this. But this was just posted an hour ago. And so I want to start out by saying that obviously there have been many ups and downs with this person. There have been a lot of ups and downs with this person that I'm getting ready to speak about. But those ups and downs, from my point of view, have always been political. I have never had, in my opinion, a personal issue with this person. It's always been a political thing. And at the end of the day, that's just politics. People are people. I wish nothing bad on anybody. And I hate to hear this. And so I'm going to read this, because this is somebody, whether you agree with these people or you agree with me or you disagree, you kind of get used to seeing the same people in and out and around and hearing their voices and doing things. And I've actually had a couple people message me over the last couple months asking me about this person. And so I want to read this. Yeah, I'll get back to that in just 1 second, Jackie. I'll put the comment up there. Let me read this, and I'll get back to that. And this is horrible news. So what I'm getting ready to read you is about Mary Stilts. Obviously, somebody I went back and forth with. I don't know that a lot of you know this or not, but in about the last year and a half, Mary and I have gotten along. Seems like every now and then we'll like battle it out, and then we kind of come back together and are like friendly with each other. Then we battle it out. But I really hate to hear this. So this was posted by her daughter just about an hour ago, and this is on social media. So they're posting it out, and they are asking for prayers. So her daughter posted this an hour ago. Some of you knew and some didn't. And so for those of you that don't know, I've had a couple of you ask about Mary in the last couple of months. They don't see her at the meetings anymore. They've not seen. And she's been dealing with something where she's been having a hard time with balance. She's been having an issue where she can't, it's like vertigo kind of. And it got to the point where she was in a wheelchair. Well, she actually called me the other day about the press conference. She called me and said, a couple of you said, like, you didn't see it anywhere. You hadn't heard about it anywhere. You didn't know anything about the finance committee meetings. And Mary called me with the same complaint. And when she was talking to me, I was actually taken aback. I didn't say anything. it was scary because it didn't sound like Mary. She was very slurred, her speech, and it was as though she couldn't catch her breath while speaking. She was pausing between speech, like that. And I was very concerned. And at the end, she said, well, we don't know what this is. I'm still dealing with the same thing. And hopefully we're going to get answers here soon. And so this is a pretty shocking post that's just been made here within the last hour. Some of you knew and some of you didn't. Mary Stilts has been dealing with a balance and coordination issue since February of 2025. She has been in a wheelchair since June. She has been to multiple appointments at multiple places to try and figure this out, and no one has had any answers. In the course of those appointments, she had a swollen lymph node that was originally assumed to be infection. It did not respond to antibiotics, so she was sent for a CT scan. We got the results from the CT scan on Thursday at a follow-up appointment, and she was sent to the emergency room as it appeared to be cancer. She was admitted to the hospital Thursday, and in the course of the emergency room testing, they found not only the large mass in her neck, but other masses in her neck, a larger mass in her lungs, and additional masses in her chest near her lungs. The main mass on her lungs has grown out and around a section of her heart, all appearing to be cancer. They did a biopsy on the one in her neck to confirm, and we are waiting on the results for that, which hopefully will come back sometime this coming week. Oncology will follow up at that point and decide how to proceed. On top of everything else, she has 2 blood clots in her lungs that they are treating with blood thinners. She was released yesterday and is home awaiting answers. Her condition, her coordination on typing stuff is way off, and vision too. So I will be posting updates here and tagging her in them. Feel free to share this and any future posts if you would like. If anyone would like to be added to a group chat through text messages for updates, send me a PM with your phone number and I will add you so that to that as well. Anyone who prays, please pray for her and her family. Anyone who doesn't, you probably should. Please, I added that myself. Please send positive thoughts to her. Overall, just keep your fingers crossed that we get back the best possible news when the biopsy results come back. And so, yeah, that's, I don't even know what to say about that. That's absolutely devastating. I'm not going to pretend by any stretch of the imagination that Mary and I are best friends. We've battled each other and attacked each other over the course of the last 6, 7, 8 years. And we've been enemies as many times as we've been friends, but I don't want anything like this to happen to anybody. Of course, this is kind of similar to what happened to my dad. My dad wasn't really sick. My dad was going in for a hernia operation, and through the hernia deal that we found out that, what had happened. So this kind of hits close to home, and I hate this for her, hate this for her children, her family. So I'm obviously offering up thoughts and prayers to her, to the doctors, to her children, to extended family. And so want to put that out there, our thoughts and our prayers to Mary and all of her family, and hope that they're able to treat that and all of that. And Stumblefoot, that's there's no secret. She can be a difficult person to deal with, very much like I can and you can, and anybody else that does this kind of thing, that's mouthy and outgoing. I'm sure I've got plenty of enemies But I'll be honest. Even if we were complete enemies at this point, I would still be saying everything that I'm currently saying, because at the end of the day, it's politics, and I've got nothing personal against her. We might not see eye to eye on things, but I want her to have the best life possible, and hope that that's taken care of. And so my thoughts and prayers with her and the doctors. And in case anyone didn't know that, I definitely wanted to put that out there, because it's Muncie, and it's Muncie people, so that people need to know about stuff like that. Yes, you are absolutely right, Kid Rock. Okay, going back to yeah, Chris. Yeah, right. Yeah. So going back to Jackie's question here, do you have a copy of the 2026 budget that the mayor referenced in his press conference? And I can tell you, after a lot of poking and prodding and clawing and mashing and bashing, I do have a copy of it. I have a copy of it. And so I will tell you, if anybody from Muncie wants the budget won't mean anything to anybody out of Muncie, so there's no reason to request it from me. I mean, you can request it from the city all you want. But if you're in the city of Muncie and you want it, if you want it, I can. If you want to, don't post it in here, because I don't have Kate. If you want to send me a Facebook message with I have to send it through email. I cannot send it in Facebook. I have to send it in email. So if you want to do one or two things, and Jackie, I assume you'll want it, so I'll send it to you when I get off here. But if you want to do one of two things, if you have Messenger, you have Facebook Messenger or my phone number, and you want to send me a message telling me that you want a copy of the budget, or you want to send me a text telling me you want a copy of the budget, send me your email address. You have to send me your email address. If I do not have your email address, I will not send you a copy. It's the only way I can send it. And so if you want that, you can send that. You can hit me up on Messenger. There's Messenger, facebook.com/Bilbrey318. You can also email me at khbilbrey@gmail.com. That's khbilbrey@gmail.com. Or you can text me at 765-546-9796. And that'll be that. So let me know give me your email address. If you don't send me your email address, I will not send it to you. So FYI. Well, no. Okay. So, and we'll talk about this more tomorrow, but I'll explain it. So a lot of people don't know this. So this is important for people to know. A lot of politicians will try to snow people at the local, county, and sometimes even at the state level. Like at the local level, mayors, councils, commissioners, county councilors, town councils, they'll say, "We've done a good thing. We've put forward a balanced budget." Most recently, the mayor of Indianapolis has said this. We've put forward a balanced budget. My office has put forward a balanced budget. It's because you have to. You don't have a choice. The state will not accept it. If the city of Muncie put something that wasn't balanced, the state would not accept it. If the council and the mayor, if what they do by the deadline of November 1st, if they send something where we're talking about having much more money and putting money in here and money in there, more than what we're going to be receiving in our draws from the state, here's what will happen. They'll just give us the budget from last year. And they'll say, I don't know what this nonsense is. So anytime an elected official at the local level tells you, well, I balanced the budget, say, you're full of crap. Tell them that straight up. So that's number one. All of it has to be balanced. If it's not balanced, it doesn't go forward. Number two, a lot of people are confused on this. The council is the fiscal body. The council, at the end of the day, is the one that approves the budget before sending it on to the state. If the council does not vote on a budget, and if they don't pass a budget by midnight, by 11:59 switching into midnight, between the 31st of October and the 1st of November, if they don't do that, like say, for example, we have a big knockdown, drag-out fight, and the council has to call a special meeting on October 31st, and they're there, and they are arguing it, and they don't pass it. 2025 going into 2026. The start of January will come, and Muncie will be funded, but we will be funded with the 2025 budget. If the council does not, if they vote to, like Muncie's done this recently, in 2019, the council did not pass a budget. In 2019, the council, the Muncie City Council, voted to not pass the proposed 2020 budget. So when Ridenhour took over on January 1st of 2020, he was working with Dennis Tyler's budget from the year 2019. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. The other aspect of this is the council is the one that has to approve it. But the mayor presents the budget. This is not the first time that Ridenhour has presented a budget to the council. He's done it every year. This is just the first time he's done it under such theatrics. And if you've watched what he's done, he's got a lot of publicity off of this because Channel Fox 59 picked it up, and WTHR picked it up, and Wish TV, all those people picked it up. You know, him going out on the steps and doing this great big ordeal that was nonsensical. Okay. And all that was political bullcrap. It was political theater. Ridenhour has always presented. That's the reason when Ridenhour was running for election in 2019, back when he was Councilor Ridenhour, and he was running for mayor, and I've got that video of him saying, if I'm elected, I will present the council with a budget by July every year. Well, let me tell you something. Every year that Ridenhour has been mayor, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, and again this year, 2025, 6 years now, he has not presented the council with a budget in July. He's normally presents it to them at the end of August, the beginning of September, sometimes a couple weeks into September. And the thing is, he knows how frustrating that is because he was a counselor. That was one of his biggest promises. Working with the council to create the budget. But that's back when he thought that he was going to have a council that was going to be on his side. He's not. He's had a hard road to hoe with counselors since he's been in office up to and until last month. Now, starting last month, he now has a slight majority, 5-4, on the council, and so we'll see what that does. In my mind, it should change nothing because these same people have been voting, and just because they're Republicans now, they should vote the same way. But we're going to get to test that really in a really cool test here in just a couple of weeks. We're going to get to test it. Actually, we're going to get to test it a week from tomorrow when they introduce the budget. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We'll definitely get to test it on October 6th. And so we'll get to see what happens throughout the Finance Committee meetings. It'll be fun to see if Jerry Dishman and Brandon Garrett, Jerry Dishman and Brandon Garrett, do not push to unfund the deputy controller and the communications director. I am going to call down the thunder on them because they both voted last year on October 23rd of 2024. They both voted to unfund the deputy mayor, the deputy controller, and the communications director. And if they both felt that they had the reason to do that then by God, they better do it this year too. Jerry even came up with a letter that he read to the mayor, calling him out. So it'll be interesting to see. We'll go over all of that tomorrow. But I want people to know, in these finance committee, the council can do. I'm going to put a comment on this. This is going to be really big. These two things. Stay here, Charlize, because I want to address that. I got a thought. I'm going to put this on here. So there's a couple of things. The council can keep the budget the same that Ridenhour presented. So Ridenhour presents a budget. Okay. The council cannot add money to anything. If they add money, they got to send it back to Ridenhour. They got to have a whole public hearing, and they have to have it all done again. They got to put amendments into it. They've got to have Ridenhour approve it, whatever. So they cannot technically add anything to the budget, okay? But they can cut. The council has the ability to cut. So, for example, if the mayor gives himself a raise, and let's just say I've got the numbers, but we'll go over it all tomorrow, and we'll go through these line by line by line. But if the mayor is going to be making $90,000, I'm just saying this off the top, this is not true. If they have the mayor's line item at $90,000, they can't bump the mayor to $95,000, but they could take him to $85,000. They can cut all of those areas, and they can do that, and they can kind of move money around in other areas as long as it does not increase the overall total budget. So the council has that ability. So that's something to keep in the back of your mind. So the council could keep the budget just as Ridenhour has it. They could just say, yep, we like it. It's grand. We're going to go through. We're going to vote it. We're going to vote it. We're going to introduce it, and we're going to pass it in October. Done. Or they could change nearly everything. Cut all over the place. and then they could pass that. Or they could not pass the budget. Those are their choices. Keep it like Dan made it, change it, or not pass it. Now, if they keep it the same, well, Dan will be thrilled, and Dan will sign off on it, and away it'll go. If they change things to it, and they pass a changed budget, but they pass it, depending on what they do, Dan could veto it. Or he could just not sign it. Okay? And then, that if he vetoes it, it would then have to go back to them. They would have to pass it with a supermajority. No side has a supermajority right now, so it would be really interesting to see what would happen. That would be interesting to be put in that spot to see what would happen. Because the Democrats did have a supermajority 2 months ago, but nobody has a supermajority now, so it's wild. It just blows my mind away. Talking about on the council, on the city council. So that's interesting. If they cut it and they pass it, it can go through, or he can veto it, whatever. If they don't pass it, if they go through and someone makes a motion to vote to pass it, and it's voted through in a weird way, and they end up not passing it, it goes through, and there's not much Dan can do at that point. So that's what will happen, and then they would start over with in January. They would start with the 2025. So what they will do at these 4 finance committee meetings, the one on Wednesday the 3rd, Friday the 5th, when are they all? Yeah. Wednesday the 3rd, Friday the 5th, Tuesday the 9th, and Tuesday the 23rd. At those 4 finance meetings that will be at 6 o'clock at City Hall, the council will go through the budget line by line by line, department by department, and they will cut and make some changes here and there and everywhere, and then we'll see what happens. The fun will really happen in October. So that's just some stuff that I wanted to kind of make sure everybody knew for tomorrow. Okay. Kid Rock says, what's going on with the donut station? Meaning con cannons that the city bought. I don't know what's going on with it. The last thing I've heard was there is a deal for some kind of a restaurant going in there. I have not heard anything since. In my opinion, that's a question for MRC. I think MRC doesn't believe it is, but it'll be interesting to see what Dan pulls out. I don't know, and I haven't heard any scuttlebutt about that. I'm sure there's something out there, but I haven't heard it yet, so it is what it is. But I'll look into that and see if I can't get some more information and find out what's going on. But I just haven't heard anything about that for a minute, so that's that. Charlize says, talking about Dishman and talking about Garrett, that they will both vote. However, Overton wants them to. And I'm going to disagree with you there. And I'm going to tell you why I disagree with you there. I disagree with you there because Overton is just the figurehead. Overton is just the figurehead. That's done. Jerry, he's there in name and face only. When we're talking about the Republicans of the city, It's Dan and, in a kind of a strange way, Basham. But Basham has been out of the loop for a little bit because his dad is ill, and my thoughts and prayers go to Basham's dad down in Kentucky. Again, I'm not a big fan of Basham, but don't want anything bad going on there, and that's a bad thing. So Basham's been kind of out of the loop. But when we're talking about the Republicans at the city level, Dan is the kingpin wannabe. At the county level, it's Brand. So they will vote the way they are told to by the council Republicans at large, which vote the way that Dan wants to. Remember, Basham wanted to be a voice and a vote for the mayor. I want to be a voice and a vote for the mayor. Well, for the first time since Ridenhour has been mayor, he now has a 5-4 council. And he's going to use it in each and every way he possibly can. So you're right. You just got the wrong boogeyman. You got the wrong boogeyman. Overton's not that boogeyman. Overton might be a boogeyman for people, but he's not the boogeyman that's going to be telling Dishman and Garrett how to vote. That will be Dan, Shireen, probably Shireen giving them their marching orders. I could see, and obviously that would be coming from Dan, or Basham, which would also be coming from Dan. So in my opinion, it's Dan all the way up, until you get to the county level, and then it's Brand. And so the leadership of the Republican Party is kind of like Cerberus. It's like a trifecta. It's like Cerberus, the three-headed dog. It's in my honest opinion, it's Brand, kind of with a side shoot off to Kance, and then it's Dan, and then Overton is below them, honestly. So that's my opinion from things that I've seen. What would you do if you had less money coming in? Cut my shorts off and go stand on the cut my shorts high and go stand on the sidewalk. Let's see here. Yeah, Stumblefoot. I'd be okay with that. They've got some good wings. I've not been in Hooters in a long time. I've not heard anything about the Common Market. The Common Market thing's doing a great big weird thing. I wish we would know. I wish we would know what the deal is. I don't know. I wish they would tell us what's going on there. If there's somehow we got to fight to whatever, put me in, coach. Winchester, new Chomo related case to Gallon. Wait, what are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. I don't know. Are you talking about that Larry Plank? He's not related to Lewis. Not really. There's no real connection to Lewis there. Lewis would have been too afraid. Lewis would have been too afraid of Plank. Plank was an actual criminal, although he looks like a weirdo. Like he's not. I mean, he's just such a. I mean, he's a child molester, like horrible child molester. Shoots a mother in front of her children in the front yard of his house. Does weird stuff. I mean, he's a horrible human being. And it's a good thing he's going to prison for 47 years. Not nearly enough time. The rumor that Charlize is taking a part-time gig as a surfer at Hooters is false, and we'll nip that in the bud. You heard it here. Breaking news. That is 110% verifiable, actual, factual breaking news. Charlize is not, listen, I said is not taking a part-time job at Hooters, and that is final. You know, that Larry Plank kid, he's such a, like, my thing always is with that is, like, I am a nice, peaceful person. Twin Peaks, not Hooters. We are breaking news tonight. I try to pretend to be a nice, peaceful person, but listen. I never, ever wanted to hurt anybody when I was in law enforcement. Never wanted to hurt anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody now. I would never. I'm not a murderer. I would never kill somebody, or not violent. But I also would have no problem doing what I needed to do. And I just, it amazes me that these people like Larry Plank is in a position where they can shoot a woman outside of his window out in the front yard. He knew she was there. He knew what was going on. He tried to kill her. And it's like, why do you just, it's strange to me that those kind of people don't meet the actual right normal kind of people that they need to meet, like in that situation in a dark alley doing something crazy. Because I guarantee you, and they talk, and here's the deal with Larry Plank is Larry Plank is peddled in child pornography and drugs. And the rumors are that he peddled drugs and child pornography to high up people. Now, I've been told names. I don't have any proof of names. I will tell you this. I'm gonna be real clear. I never heard any connection. So someone said the other day, and I'll stop when I hear something that's totally not true, even if it's something that it's against one of my people that I'm have been against. I will set the record straight. Somebody said the other day, like, is he related to Bob? Is he connected to Bob? Did Bob ever do? No, I never heard anything connecting Plank and Mayor Bob. I never did. I never, ever have. Bob might have done this and that, but I never heard any connection. I never heard any connection with Plank. And so, we'll get ready to get off here. It's Sunday on a holiday weekend, but I'll read this because a couple people have asked me. I had somebody say, like, why didn't you cover the Larry Plank case? Because, listen, it was an open and shut, in my opinion, it was a murder case. And then he did all that weirdness where we found out that he was molesting people, and they got him all that stuff. And it's like, I'm not a crime reporter, whatever. I'll talk about stuff when it matters, or when, something of something interests me, but I don't normally just talk about like that. That one girl that always battled Eaton, she's always mad at me. She's like, you've always called yourself a reporter. You're a journalist. I'm like, no, I've never said that. She still battles me, all because I don't get hung up in her case. And I'm going to be really honest. She is an absolute unsympathetic victim. There was right and wrong done there. There were some things that were done wrong there. You know, I'm gonna tell you how it is. Good night, Charlize. I'm gonna be real honest. I'm gonna tell you this, and she'll say I'm lying or whatever. I probably have the recording here. She called me the night after that happened, the day after that happened, a couple days after that happened, right after that thing happened up in Eaton. She asked me what she should do, if I wanted her to come on the show, and I said, look, what you need to do, the first thing you need to do, the thing that you need to do before anything is don't say anything to anyone. Contact an attorney. You need to contact an attorney. You need to talk to an attorney. You need to tell the attorney what's going on and let that attorney advise you on what to do. And I said, I could be interested in talking to you, but I will not talk to you until you have an attorney. She asked me the name for some attorneys, and I gave her the name of some attorneys. The very next thing that she did was she went out like that weekend, that same weekend, to Walmart South and was out fighting people at Walmart South, talking about them being racist. And she's a white woman, okay? And she was trying to, I say she was black or because she wore cornrows. I don't know what her deal is. I don't really care. I've not invested any time into her. She went completely off the tracks. She did not do what I told her to do, which is fine. You don't have to do what I tell you to do. But if you don't, then I'm backing away. I'm not going to do anything involved with it. She went crazy, started yelling and screaming and doing stuff. Didn't get an attorney, got all kinds of different attorneys, fired this one, left this one, wouldn't pay this one. She kept saying Brian Pierce was her attorney, but he never actually said he'd represent her. Did all this weird stuff. And I'm like, okay, look, you got too much going on. And some of it she was probably right in. And look, in some aspects she came out on top on, but she also did a whole bunch of other crazy shit that I just was not going to get involved with. This was too hot, too nuts, and it didn't, in my opinion, advance the ball forward in any way. So I was like, done with it. I'm not. Whatever. She can be mad at me, whatever. She says, yeah, you just go after who you want. Yeah, I do, right? See, my name's on the show, man. Yeah, that's exactly right. You're a loose cannon nut job, so I'm not going to be involved with that. You're exactly right. I go right after what I want to. I go after bad things. I go after corruption. And in some cases, I'm like, that's not for me. And hers wasn't for me. She can like it, not like it. I don't care, but it is what it is. So the reason I didn't cover much of the Larry Plank case is because there just wasn't much to it for me. I mean, I knew he was going to get in trouble. I knew he was going to go through the thing, and it was going to be what it was going to be. So there wasn't a whole lot to it. So in case you guys haven't seen or don't know who I'm talking about, I am talking about this gentleman right here. And I can't even stand to look at him. This is him. This is who I'm talking about. Larry J. Plank III. What a loser, man. Honest to God. The dude was such a weird dude. So here's the deal. Winchester man gets 17 years for fatally shooting ex-girlfriend, sexually soliciting child. Winchester man Larry J. Plank III has been sentenced to a total of 17 years in prison after pleading guilty to both fatally shooting his former girlfriend in the front yard and then soliciting a juvenile for sex. Larry J. Plank, 28, was sentenced on Wednesday, August 27th by Randolph Circuit Court Judge Jay Toney. Several people were asking several people were asking if they were this person was handled with Kim Dowling. It wasn't. It was Judge Jay Toney. This person's 28. Definitely some low T going on here. Plank was first charged with murder in the shooting death on April 2nd, 2023, of his former girlfriend, Isabella Hernandez. Winchester police sent to Plank's East Short Street home, found a mortally wounded Hernandez lying in the front yard, suffering from a gunshot wound in the upper chest, according to an affidavit. The 36-year-old Winchester woman later died at a Fort Wayne hospital. Plank told police the woman was armed with a handgun as she entered his home, and that he then picked up his own 9mm firearm and put one in her chest. After striking a deal with the Randolph County prosecutors, Plank pled guilty to reckless homicide, which is complete bullshit. A level 5 felony carrying a maximum of 6-year prison term. He received a 6-year sentence for that conviction, with 5 years added because of a firearm was used in commission of the crime. So that's 11 years. In addition to that 11-year term, Plank received another 6-year sentence to be served consecutively for child solicitation conviction. In that case, the Winchester man was accused of repeatedly sexually abusing and soliciting a girl in her early teens, at one point offering the juvenile $1,000 if she would have sex with him. 9 additional charges, including child molestation and sexual battery, were dismissed under the terms of the plea bargain, which is just absolutely out of control. However, and this is important, the Winchester man won't begin serving that 17-year sentence for more than 2 decades, because he must first complete a sentence of 30 years, which he received in October of 2024 after he was convicted of 17 crimes. He had 7 counts of child exploitation, 6 counts of possession of child pornography, 2 counts of child sexual trafficking, and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit child sexual solicitation in another court case. So he got 30 years in that case. So Plank has to serve 30 years, and then after he's done serving those 30 years, he then has to begin serving an additional 17 years. So before he gets out, he will serve 47 years. Well, and that'll be ticked off. You know, he'll get time for good behavior, blah, 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 blah. I don't think this dude's going to make it very long in prison. I'm just going to be honest with you. Just gonna put it out there that I think he's going to have a really rough time. A really, really, really rough time. According to the State Department of Corrections records, Plank is expected to complete the sentence imposed last year in March of 2048, at which point he will then start serving a 17-year sentence. So good riddance to horrible trash. This man is disgusting. He needs to start praying, because he's getting ready to enter a world of pain, and just an absolute vile human being. So it is what it is. That's that. So that's that. And no real connection to Lewis. Haven't heard anything else on Lewis. Lewis's attorney has asked for a fast and speedy trial. And from everything that I've heard, they're ready to go. They're ready to rock and roll. So I could foresee them getting Lewis wrapped up still yet this year, or maybe into the first of next year. It'll be quick. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to do it for us for this Sunday, Labor Day 2025. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. I hope you have a wonderful next Monday. What do you mean, what's the hurry? What's the hurry where? Where's the hurry? What do you mean? What are we going? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What's the hurry in getting him prosecuted, or what's the hurry in getting out of here? I'll wait. You got to type. Type. Oh, it's Labor Day. Labor Day. And I've got budget stuff to go over for tomorrow's show. I got a big show I got to do tomorrow on the budget. So I've got to finish the budget stuff and get it sent out to some people. And I'll call you here in a minute. When I get off the show, I'll give you a call. So, all right, you guys know what to do. Make sure you smash that like button. Help us do that. Share the show with everyone you know. Send us money if you're so inclined. Do all that stuff. We would love it. We love you. Thank you all very much. We will be back here tomorrow. Follow us on social media. You can follow us down here. There's the YouTube link, the Rumble link, the 2 Facebook links. There's the X Twitter link, studio line, my personal email, the show email. There's all that stuff. It's wonderful. It's great. Remember to head on over to the YouTube link for the other show, Bilbrey Clark Show, at Bilbrey Clark Show on YouTube. Hit subscribe there. Click there. You will not want to miss that. And we will drop that content on Saturday, September 27th, 2025 at 3 p.m. So you guys take care. God bless. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And we will see you back here tomorrow. Good night.